I just finished this book. It is called And Every Morning the Way Home Gets Longer and Longer, and this is the grandpa, and he has dementia, and it's about him going through it. So at the start of the book, he has just been diagnosed, and then he might have been diagnosed way later, but he's just starting to go through the stages. And this is the grandson, and we get their two perspectives and a little bit of the son's. And so yeah, and at the end of the book, he is completely in. He doesn't remember anything. I have a bit of a cold right now, so yeah. I don't know why I said that. That's the randomest time to say that. It's a really short book. It's so I got this other book just before, and I returned it when I was getting this one. It was bigger than my hand, and this one, it's the pages are smaller than my pinky. And they have pictures. They're really cute pictures. It's kind of this. It's really cute, and they keep bringing up the same 5-ish things, and it is so beautiful. And I feel like it's pretty accurate. So yeah. And I am currently reading Beau and Bet, a modern retelling of Beauty and the Beast. I just started. I read this in a half an hour. Oh, I'm gonna bring out my head. So I'm this far into it. I'm on page 82 out of page 219. Pretty good. I'm enjoying it. It's a retelling of Beauty and the Beast. So yeah, and it's a modern one. I really love retellings. And this is interesting because the girl is the Beast. She's Bet for Benetta, and the boy is Beau. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah. So yeah. I am currently listening to the first novel thing. It's huge. It's this big. I'm listening to it though. I checked it out, but the book is so overwhelming, and I just couldn't read it, so I checked it out on Hoopla on audiobook, and I am listening to it, and I think I'm I'm 30 minutes in ish. So yeah. What else do I have to say? I have a few other books that I read, but I have to do a voiceover for those because I returned it to them. So yeah, bye. Hello everyone, welcome to my voiceover. I finished The Girl the Sea Gave Back, and I started it about the beginning of the month. It's about this girl who, trying to break free from her religion, her culture, and finding herself, because they treat her awful there, and she isn't from there. She's from this completely different place, and it's for her finding her culture, who she is, and her finding her way. And then we get some war stuff and kind of that, and it's a really cute story. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. Before I read The Girl the Sea Gave Back, I read The Girls Made of Glass and Snow. That was pretty good. It got me out of a funk. Sorry that it's upside down. The next one's upside down too. So we follow these two girls. One's the stepmother, and we start off with her as her younger, and then we get to the older, and we also have the daughter, Lynette, and it's about them discovering what they can do, and what they're made out of, and who they are, and finding how to love. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. It's very character driven, and the plot didn't really come up until the last couple chapters, which was kind of weird to me because I'm not used to that kind of thing, but it was pretty good. The other one that I read was Spin of the Dawn. I was expecting it to be a retelling of Mulan. I'm not really sure if it was because she didn't fight in a war. I haven't really read any retellings of Mulan to really know, but I mean, it could have been. Like, we got she replaced for the male. So, I guess it could have been. I'm not really sure. So, yeah. And it was really good. It's kind of a romance. It's a trilogy. At least I think it's just a trilogy. It might be not a trilogy, but you know, it might be more, it might be less. But there is multiple books. It was pretty good. It's about this girl, and she's a seamstress. No, she's a tailor. That's the word they used. And she's not really supposed to be a tailor because she's a girl. So then she goes to the palace to replace her brother who can't sew, and also he just got back from the war. And really good story. That's just like the first half. There's like 2 different plots in this story. Like, they could be 2 totally different books, and it worked out just fine. But it worked out just as good with them together as one book. And it was wonderful, and I loved it. So yeah. I'm not going to tell you about the second, book part of it, because I want you to be suspended, and yeah. Oh, and there's this guy. He's kind of like a genie in there, so that's like an Aladdin element. I just love it. Check out this book. Wonderful. It's at the library. They don't have the next one, which is kind of disappointing. But I don't think it's out. It might be, but if it is, it's like a pretty new release. So yeah, check it out. Okay, hey everyone. Oh, my voice cracked for a minute. There we go. That's better. So I told you earlier ago that I am listening to Tale of the Genie or whatever. You'll see the picture thing up there. Anyways, it's a really weird story. I'm about an hour in. So, the first, half hour was pretty interesting. It was about this girl, and the king loved her, but he, it's kind of an affair, which is what's kind of making me crazy later, but it's cute. And the other one's just jeez. So anyways, let's get back to it. So this guy, he likes this girl, and he has a kid with her, and the girl dies, and the king's depressed, and then we follow the kid. And this kid, so he becomes the heir. Oh, and the guy was king, emperor, whatever. This is an old Chinese story, and I'm not going to try to understand their culture. And, some of my complaints might be a part of their culture, but jeez, this stuff is weird and messed up. Really messed up. So, there's this group of guys, and they're complaining. Well, yeah, they're complaining about these girls, and that they had an affair with. And the book legit says the prince was a fickle man. Well, it might not seem fickle, but and he would see his wife 2 or 3 days, even though he was gone for 5 or 6. It's so weird. And then we're sitting in a room, and they're talking about these girls that they liked, maybe had an affair with. And they're talking about, so legit, one girl. This girl was almost perfect. Except she was jealous. And she might have only been jealous because, guess what? Because she didn't want to be with him. I'm not really sure who's who, because their names are confusing, and the story's confusing, and it's huge, and other thing. And then they're talking about women, and they're talking about how they're almost perfect except they have one flaw. How are you gonna find someone without a flaw? Just talking about it, and this guy, he brings up this one and is not special enough for them. And I'm like, it's really weird. Like, there's no story anymore. Like, the first part was cute and I kind of liked it, but now they're just sitting around talking about these girls who, they're almost perfect but not perfect enough, and they're describing how a perfect woman should be, and they're like, but we can't find anyone, boo hoo hoo. It's so weird. Hey everyone, this is Beauty and Bet. I love Benetta Adiza. She is such, I love her character. They hate her. She's the beast, and everyone hates her because something awful happened to her, and she fought back, and I also hate her because she's really blunt, and it's really hard on her. And he's such a nice, hardworking guy, and he'd do anything for his family, and they're such a cute couple. I wonder, like, if they ever get married. Like, that's my question, because, like, it's in a modern retelling of Beauty and the Beast, and I just love it. And they're such a cute couple. And this kind of reminds me of a Disney movie, but kind of not. Okay, I want to get to this. I would talk about that more, but I got time limit here on YouTube. Okay, so my other book, it might be like I have to click something else, but you know I'm lazy. Okay, so I'm reading Percy Jackson and the Olympians and the Lightning Feast book. Thief. I can talk. Thief. And I can read. You can tell that. I started it today, probably about 7-ish. I'm 149 pages in. And so let's talk about some theories I have. I went into this knowing nothing. I actually looked up popular books and put them on hold like a while ago. And then I'm surprised I picked this up because I returned it and then I re-got it. And normally I don't pick those books up, but we were talking about it earlier, so now I want to read it. So I just got to the part of the prophecy. And the prophecy was, one of the things was that you want to get back, you want to get something that you wanted, or what you won't, you'll lose what you love most. And I think that he isn't going to get his mother back, and that's what that's going to signify. I have this really cool, like, I don't think this is going to happen in this book, but it'd be really cool. This is for you in the future. If the person you called friend won't be your friend anymore, if they start to, like, the girl and the boy, and they start dating. I'm pretty sure, like, I read some, like, tweets, and they were like, and I think Percy and Annabeth end up together. I actually thought it was a Harry Potter one. I really like the back. It has all the book names, and normally books don't have it. So yeah, this is really cool. Like, I called him being Percy. Like, I love being able to call like stuff, and I don't think I've been able to call anything like in so long, and I love it. Like, I don't know, this one, like, sometimes it's like, oh, this is gonna happen. Like, I feel like that's more in movies than in books, but this is amazing. So yeah, that's what I had to say about the book. I will talk to you more about it later. Bye.